Spanning the green waters of the West River, the West Dummerston Covered Bridge is more than a way across. It's a 280-foot testament to 19th century engineering and New England persistence. Built in 1872, it remains the longest covered bridge located entirely within Vermont and one of the state's most cherished historic structures. Vermont's covered bridges are among its most beloved historic resources. Roughly 100 still stand across the state, representing one of the highest concentrations of covered bridges by area in the country. Many sit in rural landscapes that have changed little in over a century, preserving not just architecture, but a whole sense of place. The West Dummerston Covered Bridge, added to the National Register of Historic Places in 1973, is a standout even within this distinguished company. It remains open to traffic, making it not just a museum piece, but a living part of local infrastructure and daily life. The bridge was designed and built by Caleb B. Lamson, a master carpenter whose work once dotted the region. Today, the West Dummerston Covered Bridge is believed to be the only surviving example of his craftsmanship, making it a rare, tangible link to Vermont's past. Lamson used the town lattice truss system, a clever arrangement of crisscrossing wooden beams pegged together to form a series of rigid triangles. This design distributes weight efficiently over long spans, allowing the bridge to stretch to its remarkable length without the need for complex metalwork or modern materials. During construction of the covered bridge, Lamson was injured when the falsework, the temporary framework used to support the bridge, collapsed with him on it. Lamson received a serious back injury when he landed on a rock in the river when it collapsed. The bridge was erected to replace a covered bridge that once stood a quarter-mile upriver, which was destroyed by a flood in 1869. Lamson's bridge took 3 years to build at a cost of $7,777.06. The bridge actually consists of 2 spans, resting on a central stone pier, about 140 feet on the west side and 124 feet on the east, combining for a floor length of roughly 267 feet. It is 22 feet wide with an 18-foot roadway, supported by 2 timber town lattice trusses, one on each side, carried by stone block abutments and a central pier, all anchored into bedrock with iron reinforcing rods. On the exterior, large diagonal planks form the trusses and side walls, sheathed with vertical boards. Over time, small but important openings were added. Rectangular openings at the corners, introduced early in the automobile era to help drivers see oncoming traffic. 6 diamond-shaped windows cut into each side, bringing more daylight into the interior and giving the bridge its distinctive look. Originally, the bridge's ends were flat, finished with horizontal flush boards. Later changes added overhanging gable ends and clapboard siding, both now painted white along with the protective siding just inside the portals. The roof, once covered with wooden shingles, has been upgraded to better withstand the elements. Like any wooden structure exposed to weather and traffic, the West Dummerston Bridge has evolved to survive. Around 1942, the deck underwent extensive repairs. Structural members and deck planking were replaced. 2 laminated timber stringers were added under the floor, running parallel to the trusses. Each stringer was built from short timbers bolted together, significantly strengthening the span for heavier vehicles. During these reinforcements, the core structure remains close to its original 1872 design. The bridge carried a vehicular load limit of 10 tons, a tribute to both the inherent strength of the town lattice truss and Lamson's skill as a builder. Today's limit is 20 tons. Time, traffic, and New England winters are relentless. The bridge has seen several major interventions. 1993 closed to vehicles for extensive rehabilitation. 2-way traffic was suspended during the work. 1998 reopened after major renovations with 1-way traffic, motorists yielding voluntarily to one another on an alternating basis. 2009 and 2017, additional repairs to prolong its life and maintain safety. 2024, deck replacement is held down by 3,000 bolts. Winter maintenance is constant. The deck is not sanded and salted. The deck wears out and is replaced approximately every 13 to 14 years. The cost in 2026 is approximately $50,000. Town officials route out channels and put in replaceable surfaces, keeping the travel surface relatively clear, evidence that the maintenance is effective and that caretakers are attentive to the bridge's condition. In recent years, the bridge has also had to contend with the realities of modern vehicles. In one notable incident, a box truck struck the 11-foot-tall portal opening, damaging trim boards and busting a 4x6 beam. Scrape marks ran along much of the interior length. Local officials and residents reacted with concern. The bridge is, after all, Dummerston's claim to fame, a focal point of community identity and pride. Yet initial inspections brought some relief. There was no damage to the bridge's core structure and no immediate danger of collapse. The next steps focused on careful repair, cost estimates, and ensuring that any replacement work respected the original construction. As one local observer noted, people are usually extra cautious when crossing, turning on headlights, slowing down, and following posted limits. Still, the incident prompted a, quote, word to the wise. If you have any doubt about your vehicle's clearance or weight, don't drive through. More than 150 years after it was built, the West Dummerston Covered Bridge stands as a living classroom of timber engineering. Its town lattice trusses demonstrate a brilliant 19th century solution to long-span wooden construction. Its stone abutments and central pier, tied into bedrock, show an understanding of foundation work that has stood the test of time. Its ongoing maintenance and sensitive upgrades illustrate how historic infrastructure can remain functional in a modern world. From everyday commuters to covered bridge enthusiasts, countless people still pass through its shadowed interior, framed by white portals and lit by diamond-shaped windows. Each crossing is a brief trip not just over the West River, but back through generations of Vermont history.